I have the pleasure of introducing the next comedian. She was one of my students at the comedy class that I did here a couple months ago. Please help me welcome to the stage, Austin Riley.
Let's go, Austin! Wow. Okay. Thanks, Susanna. Hey, guys. So this is my very first show ever. Kate taught me everything I know about stand-up, so if I suck, you should definitely take it up with her when she comes back up here. No, actually, I really, really want her approval, so don't say anything. I am a little nervous, not just about making you laugh, but also because I got to teach in this town. And I don't know if you have any teachers in your life, you may know that we're sort of made to feel like we shouldn't do or talk about any adult stuff in public ever, right? Like, I'm a few years from retirement, but I still wouldn't post a pic with a beer in my hand. Just feel like I'd be in trouble. I don't even know from who. But when I was young, my 3 career path choices were really teach elementary, or start a new age cult with my voice, or narrate smut, right? And I guess in my youth I just hated money, so here we are. But yeah, you know, I think about that last option sometimes, you know, and people in my profession have side gigs to pay the bills, and I don't have any moral objection narrating smut, right? But dirty talk is just not my natural go-to. I'm more of a moaner. I think, like, I talk all day long at work. So by then, I'm just, like, happy to be off my feet and ready to dissociate. So, but I thought, you know, maybe if I had some lines prepared, I would feel a little more confident auditioning for that type of job. So they say write what you know. So I just started jotting down things that I say on a typical day. And I made a list, and I went home and I read it out loud to myself in the mirror. And it went like this. Hands and feet to yourself in my line. Make a better choice. Catch a bubble. And I thought, oh my God, am I a dom? And you know how Iron Man's suit just comes out of nowhere and it just kind of like all over his body, like all over his limbs? That's exactly what happened to me, except it was black spandex and lycra, and it was a bodysuit, and a riding crop just appeared in my hand, and I was standing there in thigh-high spiked boots, and Nine Inch Nails was playing, and so I had no choice but to continue. Like this. Keep a growth mindset. Hard workers will be invited to get in my treasure box. I mean, I was starting to like brainstorm whole group and small group activities. I already have a creepy ass basement that would make a perfect soundstage dungeon. I could bring home that poster from my classroom that says, "In this room we do hard things." I can't help it. This is my training. I just was brainstorming all this stuff. And who am I to fight the universe, right? And they've recently discovered that the most effective teaching style, and this is true, is called the warm demander. So, high expectations, no excuses, but with genuine connection and support. So I would argue that this side hustle should also count for professional development credit. So, I'm going to turn in the hours request, and the worst they can say is no, right? That's actually not at all the worst they could say. But so, when I was first teaching, I was in Eastern Kentucky. And just backstory, I was born in Brooklyn, raised in Los Angeles. Thank you. And lived in Boston, and then Cincinnati, and then Eastern Kentucky. So a little bit of a culture shock. The first day, we were on the playground, and a squirrel ran along the fence line, and a girl pointed and yelled out, "Jerky!" And I laughed too, but I soon learned that say what you want about rural kids, they will survive the apocalypse, okay? They have community, they have bartering skills. A lot of them already have chickens, so they're probably like sitting pretty right about now. And they hunt. I mean, what do you think is gonna happen when Trader Joe's goes dark? You think little Plantston and Plainsley are getting a buck for Sunday supper? No, they're not. Of course, I taught there before all kids had smartphones and were playing online video games all the time. And now teachers are sort of like trying to sneak in learning to kids' brains, like we're, crushing up meds in our pets' wet food. It's really hard to keep their attention. I was thinking, in 2026, it seems like we should have an aerosol form of Adderall by now, right? Like, sit the fuck down room spray. Now in patchouli and citrus scents, yeah. But, and I can laugh about ADHD because I have it. But if you just laughed, our culture is not your punchline. So, yeah. But they're exposed to all kinds of stuff online all the time now, like predators, violence, age-inappropriate language. I'm not talking about cuss words or pronouns. I'll call you whatever you want me to call you. It's more like kids that can't tie their shoes yet saying to their neighbor, "Please hold space for my sensory issues," when they're crunching their Doritos too loud. Yeah. Or using words like gaslighting and triggering and aesthetic. Yeah, it's a lot. And if anybody needs proof that we are not the ones making kids woke, they should just come hang out for a day. Because kids are self-identifying in very niche ways. Like, "Oh, you're demisexual? Cool. Just, keep your Pokemon cards and Labubus in your cubby till recess, okay?" Oh, yeah. Yeah. But they're not learning those things from their millennial or Gen X teachers. We don't know what they're talking about half the time, actually. They'll have entire conversations that are just reciting taglines from memes to each other. Or, like they're narrating everything they do all the time, like they're on a live for their YouTube subscribers. And, it'll be like, "Bruh, I'm crushing this grammar Quizlet." And it's at this point in the year, I'm pretty blunt, like, "Caden, no one on earth but me cares about your score, okay?" Also, that's not even a noun, so, God. And there's one over here that's doing a whole unboxing reveal of her supply pouch. "Hey, guys, get ready with me for fractions in math class." Oh, okay, yeah. And there are environmental concerns now that we didn't have before, like modern kids require 6 Stanley bottles full of water a day to power all the AI tools they use, I guess. Yeah, so hydrated. Yeah, this will be the generation that ends bladder infections for good, for sure. I believe, okay. Just hear me out. I believe big water bottle and big tech are in cahoots. Yes. And they have been grooming us for the last several years to be huge consumers of water, to just smooth the transition to AI taking over. You can call it a conspiracy theory. I call it pattern recognition. But, you know, I don't know if you've ever heard one of those Stanley steel tanks crash on the tile classroom floor, but it's a little jarring. And 25 kids in a class, small hands, poor spatial awareness. Yeah, there's not enough ashwagandha in the world for calming my nervous system by 1 o'clock each day. But, and you know, I don't know if you've spent any time with a kid, but it's not like they're putting the lid on it or using that cool cap on their straw. No. So, and you've seen brown school paper towels, yes? Yeah. So it's kind of the perfect metaphor, really, for how public school teachers feel a lot of the time. You know, we're spread real thin. And our material is chosen by somebody who clearly hasn't been in charge of a classroom before. And it ain't happening with a little Brawny from home, you know? And I think who will ban water bottles in the classroom? AI robot teachers. Having taught middle school, I can tell you those kids and their Stanleys will short circuit those robot teachers the first 15 minutes of the first day. Promise you. So really, the thirst that they have used to enslave the human children will be what sets them free. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be like complete schools that are just unsupervised. It'd be pandemonium, and they'll try to recall the human teachers that they've forcibly early retired, and we'll tell them to fuck right off, right? Thank you guys so much for laughing with me.
Keep it going for Austin, everybody. All right. I love the idea of aerosol Adderall. I think that needs to be introduced. I'd like some of that, honestly. That was amazing. Please help me welcome to the stage your next comedian.